There's a reason why I put my best foot forward. Been fighting for too hard for far too long. Always getting beat up on this road called life. I'm trying to figure out where I belong. Lost in my own head, the doubts keep on coming. My heart beats faster.
Hello everyone and welcome back to One Piece of Me. My name is Nichol D'Agostino. I am the narrator, my life, my dreams, my story. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. I hope you're enjoying the videos. Follow, like, and share with all of your friends. Today I have a special guest, Jimmy, back here with us. He was here last week. Everybody welcome Jimmy. And of course, my cameraman is behind the scenes, Mr. Devin Merchant. So thank you guys so much for being here to talk all things One Piece with me again. We did talk about Alabasta last episode, so now we're going to be moving into the first few episodes of Skypiea, and it's a really long saga, one that we definitely are going to need more space to talk about, so we're just going to talk about the beginning and the first couple of episodes. We also have an unboxing to do today, so Jimmy's going to share that experience with me and probably do most of it as I watch along and nerd out. We've got 4 boxes of the One Piece 3rd series, The Wings of the Captain. There's going to be some special alt art dons in there. We're hoping to get a manga card. I have never pulled one yet so far, so I know a lot of them are pulling out of those double packs. We're going to film that for you as well. And also, just to say thank you so much to our sponsors, everybody over at TikTok at the Starters Card Breaks. Thank you for the boxes to open with you guys. We really appreciate that. And also, there is a really special person that's in my life, and he donated some coffee to us and we love it. His website is called Dumb Healthy, and I am a very big coffee drinker, so thanks for sponsoring the show. Besito, which means kiss, is delicious, caffeinated or decaffeinated. So again, thank you to the sponsors. Eats good. So anyway, that's our intro for right now. Stay tuned. We are going to open up the boxes. It's a casual thing here. We're gonna open up the boxes, see what we get. What are you hoping to see out of the wings? What are you looking for?
Captain. A lot of special rare cards.
Yep.
Usually, probably the second highest rarity cards next to the manga card of the set. Just reprints of past cards that are pretty well known.
Yeah.
Or just like some alt art super rares. Obviously, it's always nice to see alt art super rares out of like smaller packs than like guaranteed box breaks.
Right. Now these packs right here wound up being $25 a piece.
Right.
The box I wound up paying almost $170 or $180 with tax when I first got the box.
I spent $200 for my box, so hopefully product gets better in the future.
Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to the future, that's for sure. So in the future we're going to open up these boxes, but I also like to gift things to people, and since we've got the new ST12 deck out, I wanted to gift this actually to my cameraman, Devin Merchant. This gift box is for you. It's the Zoro and Sanji starter deck. You can open it, play it, save it, trade it, or you can keep it, OP Keepers. I just wanted to let you know that this is a gift for you, Devin, so want that to go into your collection, and thank you for doing all that you do for us here. Let's get going opening up some of these card packs. Are you ready to just dive into it before we talk Skypiea?
True. Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. Stay tuned. All right, Jimmy, as special guest, why don't you grab the first double pack set? We got it from Treasure Coast Magic Shop, so hopefully the luck of our shop and our friends are with us on this journey. Go ahead and tear into it and rip it open, and let's see what we get. I'll open up one of the packs on this side just to get it going for you guys. Again, it's exciting when we have openings.
So you get 2 packs and then 1 Dawn pack, right?
Yep. Always 2 new alt arts that come out of these. They are a struggle, that's right. But just tear into it like it's Christmas. Woo! And they have the little slide ability.
Some people will like the sound of that if you do it right in the mic.
Just go a little bit more.
Yeah, let's just go straight into it.
Like a
Yeah.
very,
Slide it
very
out.
satisfying noise.
It is. It's a satisfying box, Jimmy.
Yeah. Love these boxes.
Yep. They're cool how they waste all that space in there with that cardboard, right?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta use the space that you got.
Yep. All right, so I'll move that out of the way. Pack number 1, guys. Pack number 1. How many times did our friends pull out of the very first pack a manga card or something really special? It was like first pack out of a double pack, and that's exciting.
Double packs are definitely something juiced up, especially like blisters too. Like most people just find like the random packs at, you know,
the random stores.
The random stores, and
what they get is what they get.
So we got a Sengoku.
Nice.
That's Braham.
Monkey D. Garp.
Monkey D. Garp. We got a Rocky. Saul.
Nice.
Noah's Ark. We got a German Kingdom. We got a Kumasi.
Okay, no leader so far. That's good news.
White Snake, and then the rare Saga. Or is that the rare? No, that was the rare. Tashigi's the rare.
All right, Tashigi is our rare, our first rare. Very nice.
Sure.
So pretty. I love the
Every
character.
pack comes with a rare or a super rare. I think it's Oh wait!
all right, a super rare.
Super rare.
All right.
Super rare Shiraya.
Yay!
Played mainly in. I heard it was a Uta and also Red Purple Law that I've seen some spice in with Shiraya.
Nice.
You know, putting Red Purple Law back on the map.
Look at how cool the Dawn card packaging is on this.
Oh,
Have you opened any double packs yet? This is my first experience, so.
I opened a couple last set.
Okay.
A set.
You're trying on the wrong end. It's gotta
Am
be
I?
good.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why.
I'm so used to them being on the left.
Yeah. To the left, to the right, to the right. All right. No leader. We want an alt art or we want a manga card.
I mean, any alt art will make. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I think every alt art will make the pack.
And we're looking for Raijus too.
Yeah, Raiju is definitely.
Inazuma
with Datsumi.
A
There's
Raiju.
a common Raiju right there. Shark Arrows. Arc Maxim. We got Hamon.
Manga. Come on, manga. Come on, manga. Crap shoot. Is it there? Is it there?
Rare is an Absalon.
Absalon? Okay.
Oh wait, no, is that the? Yeah,
it is
rare.
Absalon.
And then
a
on the other
Monkey
rare
D.
is
Luffy.
the Film Luffy Searcher.
All right. Let's see which special Dawn we get. Go for the Dawn card.
Packaging is really nice.
That is really nice. Tee. Monkey D. Luffy. I'm putting that in my Monkey D. Luffy card collection. I just started a book of all Monkey D. Luffy cards.
Alright, and Dawn is...
Dawn.
Sanji
Ooh,
Dawn.
it's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Totally nerding out over the new Dawn cards. All right.
Wow.
All right, so that is double pack number 1, friends. Double pack number 1. We're gonna get right into this one right here. I'm just gonna go right into it. We're gonna take turns opening these. There's the Dawn. And all right, there's the manga packs right there, guys. Let's see what we get. I've done it so many times, I'm just like, all right, another Raiju, right? That's all good. I think there's always 4 needed. Brahim, Monkey D. Garp. There's Zeph, Kingdom of Germa, Shark Arrows, Shiki, Ikaro's Mooch, Ors, Negative Hollow. All right, guys, there's been no leader. Come on. It's Suru. All right, very nice. So those are good pulls for sure. All right, maybe it's in here. This is just so much fun to open up cards. This is just so much. Look, we know we got a leader there. Damn. But what leader is it? Perona, probably. Lily, Dosen, Lola, Hammond, Emporio Ivankov, and Hody Jones. Vinsmoke Niji, all right. And another Absalon. Okay, so that was like a so-so. Nothing super special there except for our Dawn card. All right, which one is it going to be? It is going to be, nice, the Zoro card. So now we've got Sanji and Zoro. I can add those to my collection. Cool. All right, go into the ripping open of another double pack there. But there are the 2, while we're waiting for that to be opened, there's the 2 Dawn cards. Just gorgeous if you are Sanji, Lover, Mihawk, Ivankov, or Zoro. Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, here we go. Double pack number 3, set 3.
What cardboard?
Put those hot hands on it, Jimmy. Put those hot hands on it. We need a manga.
I have never pulled a manga in any of the sets that I've played.
Me neither. We're due. That's why we go for this adventure. To see if we could get that hit. The golden ticket hit. It's such a Wonka experience every time.
True.
I want a golden ticket. All right. No leader on that back end.
Nope. We got Eldorado, Tetsu, Schneider, Chigoro, Thunderbark Stage, Lola, Meteor Strike of Love, got a Hachan, got Sai, Bear King, interesting, and Vinspoke Niji.
All right, got a couple of those.
Oh,
Hiyori! Nice! Very pretty. That's an alt art.
No, it's not an alt art.
It doesn't have the star on it though?
This is the
okay,
this is the regular art.
Just the regular art. Okay, very pretty.
Very good card.
That's okay. Such a pretty card.
I got some. Can you show me again? I got some glare on it.
Yeah, it's a pretty hollow.
Yeah.
Some cards are blinding when it comes to like how much hollow they put on these cards.
I said they're gonna have to like really fill it in with some jewels. All right, let's go for another pack.
Yours are going for what? $13 right now?
All right, not bad, not bad.
Very sought out card, very course staple, and
Paid for half the double pack.
basically
Oh, what? Oh. All right, guys.
Gotta be.
This is gonna be something. This is gonna.
That's the last card, so that's got to be it, right?
That's got to be something
That's
great.
got to be an alt-art leader.
All right.
So we got a new pay.
But which one will it be?
I'm hoping. Let's see, an alt-art leader.
Alt-art leader.
It has to be like.
Perona.
Perona is.
Perona. It has to be Perona.
If I pull
Let's
a
get
Yamato,
Perona.
I'm gonna be a little salty. Vinspoke Yanji.
All right. Oh my gosh, this is exciting. Here we go.
Watch it not even be a alt-art.
I know, right? Maybe it's like.
I feel like the last card.
They always tease us.
And the reject, and then.
All right. Yes, it's Uta. I'm dizzy from it. Nice. Alt art Uta. Love it. That's awesome.
That's a pretty card.
That
Very
is a
sick
very
card.
pretty card. Yay, the double packs are real. What is that card going for, Jimmy?
For right now, it goes around $60.
All right,
for
well,
alt-art Uta.
nice. All right, so that paid for some of the double packs. There we go. So 60 plus 13. Yeah, like I said, I paid about $25 a pack. Worth every penny. Because it's so much fun to do
And
unboxings.
then another Zoro.
Nice. Love it. Love it. All right, here we go, tearing into the crackle. Snap, crackle.
Pop.
Yep, let's hope this pops off another alt art.
Do it into the mic for those ASMR fans out there.
You got a mic
Up there.
All right, here we go, guys. Our last box magic here. Let's pull these babies out. Here we go. This is the adventure. Let's go. Now, I always just open it up and just go straight for it. I never really look to see if there's a red card in the back, but I feel like maybe I will now. No, darn.
It's the Dawn.
That's okay. Yep. Rizo. Gasparde. Kazette. I hope I'm saying some of these the right way. Kingdom of Germa. Gambo. Daruma. Denjiro. Gecko Mori leader. All right, so we got a leader there. We got Black Bug and Reject. And then it looks like Don. All right, so another alt art. That is awesome. That's so cool, especially for the Sanji Zoro decks that just came out with
Right,
ST12. To have 10 of those in your collection, that would be awesome to play with that deck. All right. The very, very last pack magic here. It's happening, guys. It's happening. I just know it is. There's got to be another alt art. Devin, is that red on the back? Yee.
No.
Kamakiri. Wadutsumi. Kawamatsu. Dosan. Ratchet. Meteor Strike of Love. Shark Arrows. I don't know how that's pronounced yet. And Kamazo. There's another Ichi. Those are running free. Those ones right there. They're pretty common. And Dr. Hogback. All right, we'll take it. We'll take it. And then our last Don, dun 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 dun, is going to be. Oh, I hope it's 2 of each because that would be fun. It is another Zoro. Very nice. That is absolutely gorgeous. So in order to gift this out properly, I'm going to bless this alt art to you, Jimmy. That is for you to keep for your collection. I know you were hoping I was going to do the Uta, but we're going to keep the Uta for the narrator's collection because she's definitely a favorite. And everybody keeps giving all my favorite girls away. We're going to do a whole girls video one day. And of course, we got these really great hits as well. And we've got some new cards for the collection. And since I already have one of these Sanji Zoros, and I just gifted you the ST10 set, I'm going to gift this to you as well, Devin, so that you can add that to your collection. Oop, get that picture because it's really pretty. That's, I think, one of the best Dawn cards so far that I've seen as far as artwork goes. Really nice. So, that is for you. So that concludes our box opening. There you have it, guys. Well, see you soon. I just turned that off so you can... We're going to go right into Skypiea. We are going to go right from the knock-up stream. And the cool thing about these videos is that we can just casually talk about how we feel about Skypiea, the characters that we remember there or don't remember there, and talk about how cool this particular saga and arc is in this show. Because it's that moment where you believe that there's something in the sky. A lot of people don't think it's real.
Right.
But Luffy thinks it's there, he believes in it, and he wants to get up there. So they take the knock-up stream up. So we're going straight from the moment they get knocked up there. Do you remember anything that happened just before then?
They met with Nolan's ancestor, and then it was the whole thing on, yeah, my family was known for being this great lie that people hated. Like, my great ancestor said that there was a city of gold in the sky, and nobody believed him. But I sat here, I believed him, I had full faith in him. And then knock-up stream comes up, destroys half his house. So he's just living in half a house, doesn't rebuild it.
Yeah.
And
Nolan the liar.
Nolan the liar, exactly.
It's part of the lore.
Visual to imagine.
It is. It's some kind of great phenomenon. I think what's so cool about Oda's writing, especially when he does this, is he almost makes things that are real scientific things kind of real, but fantastical at the same time. Because apparently there are volcanoes
It's like,
down below.
It's like a natural disaster where it's just like it happens every so often.
Like a comet.
Giant water geyser just shoots up from the sea and then destroyed this part of the island that his house was on. He was on like the very edge of this stream, so now half of his house is gone.
Yeah, so that's proof that the past had merit
Right.
enough to look into. And yeah, the ancestor is there. We learn about Nolan. They get knocked up there, but they're not actually all the way in Skypiea yet. They're only at like a first level. They're just above the first level of clouds that are in the sky.
Right.
And some of the very first things that happen when they get up there is they notice that the air is different when they're breathing. You know, the density of the air above the clouds is different. I don't know if either one of you have ever gone skydiving, but I have. I went skydiving when I was 20 years old. See, one piece of me continues.
I'll never do that.
It was a tandem jump. I was attached to somebody, but I went down 10,000 feet up, and the second day opened up that airplane thing, and I was like hanging outside. I took that first breath in, I was like, whoa, and it's cold too, by the way. Yeah. So I can kind of imagine what it would be like, I believe. So they get up there. Do you remember who the first contact is in that very first part of Skypiea?
Isn't it? It could have been Conus, I think.
Conus was definitely one. Girl power to Conus and her beautiful harp. We gotta give a shout out.
To think of when they first went on the clouds and then they could walk on the clouds. I'm trying to think of who. It could have been. It wasn't Sky Knight. I don't think it was Sky Knight.
Well, Sky Knight definitely comes into play.
It was definitely I think it was like an antagonist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember who.
They had masks on. They looked like they were from like some sort of Aztec tribe, and they were on some. They were on like
so it
these
was
sliding skates.
Okay, so it was some of the
Skis.
Shandians.
Okay, was that the name of it, the Shandians?
Yeah, that's who they are, the Shandians, like the native people.
Right, right. And they live there, and they obviously are like, oh no, outsiders. Now, what's interesting is before they, as they're starting to go up there and they're being attacked and everything, they also do, the Sky Knight comes in actually.
Right.
Because they're being antagonized by these guys, but the Sky Knight shows up to save them. And he drops off a whistle.
Drops off the
drops-
stranger danger whistle.
Yep.
I love the stranger danger whistle.
Luffy wants to blow it no matter what. He's like, oh no, a scratch on my toe. Let's call the Sky Knight. I want to blow the whistle. The guys on the crew are still pretty like,
I'm just thinking of a moment with that whistle afterwards. I'll say it later. I'll say it later.
oh no. Pretty cool that they you know, like are still in this adolescent kind of, you know, they're siblings, they're fighting with each other, they're arguing all the time, they're super goofy. Luffy is super goofy and silly still at this point. Goofy Luffy, yeah, for sure. So Sky Knight comes in, so we get that first glance. We also get to this gate where they're sailing, they realize they can sail on the clouds.
Right.
And then they get, I feel like this is gonna be like question and answer. So do you remember what the name of the gate was when they first saw the very first gate? What did it say?
It's been so long.
They're in the sky, Jimmy, come on, what did they say?
Is it called like Heaven's Gate?
Heaven's Gate. So they're
okay.
like, oh, Heaven's Gate. And there's like this huge tunnel. And going back to watch it, you know, you don't always remember all of these things, but I do remember Amazon because she is on one of the trading cards that we so religiously pull here, and I see multiple times. And she's the old lady with the camera who's basically like the inspector of all people wanting to come through the gate.
Right.
I don't know if you remember what happens, but it's significant to what happens from those moments forward and why it happens to them. Do you remember like what takes place in that spot?
No, not really.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell everybody and tell you too. Basically, she wants to charge them like 7 billion berries per person to enter. And they're like, what? We don't have that kind of money. There's no way. We can't come through the gate. Now, this is so significant to what is like so parallel to things that go on in the world. So they're like, if we can't go, how are we going to get in? And she was like, well, you can either pay or not pay, but you can still enter if you want to. And they're like, all right, so we're going to go. So now they've gone through the gates.
What's the catch?
Right. That's what they're thinking. They're like, what's the catch? So they go through the gates. They get into another part of the island where they come in contact with Conus.
Right.
And Conus's dad, do you remember his name?
Is Conus' dad Wiper?
No, but it's on one of our trading cards too.
So it's the guy with the beard.
Yeah.
Okay, I was trying to remember what his name. I was trying to remember who that guy was.
Starts with a P.
I definitely don't remember his name.
Hagaya. And he's got this beard that covers up his mouth, so anytime he's talking, the beard like just pops out. It's really funny.
Okay.
It's really funny. But it's interesting because right at those moments, we discover that there's these two nice people in Skypiea. They're there to welcome new people from the sea or wherever they come from. But now everybody on the island, we find out, has found out that 7 criminals have entered the country illegally because they did not pay the fee and come through the right way. So now they're criminals of the country, and that's how we start to get started in Skypiea. We know that there are a couple of trading cards that actually go with this time. And this one right here is Amazon. That's the inspector that we see in Skypiea first. Do you remember this card?
I do.
Did you play this card at all in any of your decks?
No.
Okay, so she's not a good play in any of the yellow decks. Okay, so we also come in contact with Conis, the harp player. She's a beautiful angel girl, so we realize that there's like angels up in Skypiea through Heaven's Gate. Did you play this card with any of your decks?
I did.
Which one?
I played it in like Yamato, but it's like I tried to do like a Sky Island engine in Yamato. It's mainly just like a counter power card. It's not really played, but it's still, it's like a searchable counter card.
And she's pretty.
And she's pretty.
Girl power. And then I couldn't find Pagayu, but here's what we find out. We get, when we meet Pagayu, he's on like a special vehicle.
Yeah, he has like the motorcycle.
It's called a?
I don't know what the motorcycle thing's called.
A Skywaver.
Oh, that's right. I watched a little bit of Skypiea with like my friends at Skypiea, and I'm like trying, like, oh, that's what these are again.
Yeah.
So like seeing it again, because you just kind of forget. Like,
You
over
do.
time, you're learning new things as you go on.
Yep.
But as soon as One Piece ends, me and my friends are like all gonna like binge through all of it and just be like, okay, this is what we just went through.
Yeah. And that I'm ahead, but I'm going back, and that's why I'm making notes and I'm remembering all of this stuff. And I want everybody to like participate. Like, if you're out there, comment on what you think about Skypiea. Who are your favorite characters? We know that this is like Heaven's Gate that we're going through, and now everybody is calling it God's Land, and that's because there is somebody there who's claiming to be God, and that leads us into we find out about. Another card I have here. God Eneru. Did you play this leader?
I did not play the leader.
This is a good leader.
It's a good leader. I just don't like the character.
Yeah.
Like, I only play characters
He's a bad god. He's a bad god.
He's a cool villain. He's definitely a very cool villain.
Yeah, and
it's just that, like, me personally.
Yeah, and some of the other cards I was pulling out from this area of the show too. We when we get to this point where we meet Conus and Pagaya, we find out there's a god named Eneru there, and that this is like God land. It's got a really religious and spiritual take on it. All of a sudden, everybody on the crew starts talking about their belief in God, whether they believe this God that they're claiming is, you know, really God of the sky and really the God, or, you know, claiming to be a false prophet, or spirituality is, you know, challenged. I do remember that at one point in time we meet, there's like a military up there, and they're all wearing these cloud pants, and they've got their berets on, and it's got a WB on them. And so those are kind of like the first bad guys. It's got the WB on the berets. I know, right? That's what I thought too when I first saw it. But they're, you know, now getting wind that Conus and Pagaya are basically you know, housing and welcoming these people who are now criminals and are there illegally, and they're out to get them. And Nami, who's like, you know, really enamored with the Sky Waver, takes off. And she takes a quick spin to an area that she shouldn't be going to. It's like a forbidden area called
Upper Yard.
Upper Yard! Yay, Jimmy! All right. So I have a little gift here for you. It's not much, but it's a little card signed by the narrator. I'm giving these out, so you're a winner of that one. Yay. So they go to the Upper Yard, and the Upper Yard is where more of those masked guys are called.
The Shandians?
Shandians, and then there's a couple of other things going on there at first that Nami discovers, and there's a couple of other, like, almost bad guys that are taking place there, because it's like, you know, there's obviously God and Godland, and he's got like a military on the ground for ground moves, but then there's like people at Upper Yard that are different.
He's got his, I was trying to remember what they were called. It's like I really don't remember what they were called.
The white berets are the guys with the cloud pants. They're like the military. They even crawl on the ground and everything.
I know who they are. I just didn't know what, because they all have like, because I know they have like their own little zones that they protect.
Yes.
It's just that I'm trying to remember, like.
And their laws are different degrees. Do you remember the different degrees?
I don't remember the different ones. I just know like that it's like unique in their speech.
Yeah.
When they talk about like.
Well, they're antagonizing too.
Yeah. They're also antagonizing.
Yeah, so they basically charge the crew with like 11th degree, 10th degree, and it goes all the way to 5th, and at 5th degree, you get charged with like death. That's it. You're being like sent to an altar, a sacred place where your death is imminent, and God Eneru is going to strike you down with light from above because they keep seeing all these like things go off. Upper Yard basically has a couple of priests. The priests are the ones that like run the sacred altar. So do you remember the two priests' names? Come on, know at least one of them, because we definitely played with these cards.
I know. I don't remember.
They're like the big white.
You got. I know you got Om.
Okay.
I know you got Satori.
Okay. So there's the Satori card. Yay!
And
Look at that. You know what you get for that? You get a couple of Usta's Kid
Dawn sleeves.
Here you go, Dawn sleeves for you,
so
Jimmy.
much.
You're welcome.
I was trying to remember the.
And I think I had Ohm's card too.
You're like a teacher when you're doing a quiz. You're throwing.
I know. I'm like candy for you, candy for you.
There's the one that has the javelin. I think he has like a flaming javelin. No, he uses the Shura.
Kidatsu?
No, Shura.
Shura. Okay.
It's just that
he's got like that little.
He has
web
like
thing.
he has like strings. It's just that the card art just looks a lot different than like the older art of One Piece. So I always forget that that's Shura.
Yeah.
Then you have Gadatsu. I forgot what the whole thing with Gadatsu and like why he was there.
I know, I couldn't remember that either. And even when I found the card, I was like, oh yeah, I saw him show up in Skypiea, but then I was like, wait, oh yeah, that's right, he's from that time.
Yeah, they have all
Sky
these
Island.
unique powers. And then they have this unique ability that you first get introduced to.
Yep.
Called a mantra.
Uh-huh.
And then it's just like, wow, they're like basically like reading my movements, telling the future at this point. Like I can't hit them.
Right.
And then later on you find out, oh, there are these things that go on below Skypiea, where it's just like, oh, we do have these things, we just know them as different things.
Right.
But then like they grew up saying like, oh, this is mantra, this is how this works. And it's very interesting to see like a whole different civilization like that has the same concepts that we have, just totally different like terminology for it.
Do you remember the name of the factory?
That I don't even remember a factory.
Okay, so there's a couple of different things that they, like you're talking about, that go on there in Skypiea, where, like Jimmy was saying, it's so similar to things that we would have like here, but they're up in the sky. There is a sky quarry. So I would imagine this to be like anything that can be made for them, from furniture to whatnots, can be made out of clouds. It's like a cloud quarry is what they call it. It's like a factory that makes stuff out of clouds. And then there's another factory that makes a thing that looks like a shell. And these can be made really small, or they can be made really large, and they can do different things. You press the top of it, and it can either record you, or it's got vision, or it's got like fire, or it's got, more importantly, for them to get around. Mm-hmm. Do you remember? Do you remember the name of the shell?
I know.
You press the button.
Oh, I know the name of the shell. I thought you meant like the specific. It's the dials.
The dials. All right, Jimmy, you get a sticker. It's Frankie. So
it's like Oprah.
I know, this is fun. I do love what I'm doing here. One more piece of me. I love this kind of stuff. I do. But it's also cool because, like you said, they do different things, and these particular ones are the wind dials.
Yes.
And that's how they actually power up their boats, their ships, anything that they need. They can record, like I said. They have vision ones. They come in different sizes. They attach them to like what looks like not just boats, but like wave runners and just anything with skates, so they can zoom around and everything. And they've created this entire civilization basically up there that's phenomenal. But like we see in any of One Piece's arcs, sagas, everything and everywhere Luffy and his crew go, there is always some sort of hurdle to jump. There's always some pieces of wisdom, some message to what the arc or the saga is about. This one, to me, like I said, was all about, and just tapping on the beginning of it, it's false prophets. We find that in everyday life, and it's cool because it actually does come right about the same time that it does for everybody when they're coming of age. And we've had lots of conversations, even just the small time that we've known each other these last few months, and even over these last couple of weeks, and Devin and I too, and just, talking with everybody. Coming of age is always different for different people, but the actual moment that it actually happens, I think, in age concept is right on target with what Oda's writing. So we've got, the East Blue, the collecting of friends, the Fisher of Men. I'm gonna, go out on my own. You're 17, 18, going out into the world for the first time. They, get into a couple of, they get to Alabasta, and they find out that there's real bad guys out there that have formed these deceitful ways, and always there's an oppression. So Skypiea is no different now. It comes at that time where I think everybody is either, looking for the miracle of, like you're about to go out into life, you come across some stuff, you're somewhere around your 20s, you're trying to figure out, like, is the religion I was raised on really the religion that I believe in? Does it really follow in suit for the religion of today? Where is my spirituality? And what is in my head stopping this from happening? And it's because there's people who are false out there, people who are, spewing wrong or bad things. And that's a whole conversation in itself. We have like a million theories on it, but that's basically what I got out of this first part of Skypiea. And even Konis and Pagaya in the beginning, are claimed accomplices of the crew. Do you remember what happens from there? Like, do you remember that first little initial thing where Monkey notices that Konis is actually acting differently now?
Yes, because there's this thing, if you talk bad on God, then you just get struck down.
Yeah.
And people just they just don't know why. It's like, you can just be not thinking about it, but as soon as you just publicly say, hey, like, I'm having doubts, you just get struck down immediately. So then we have to figure out, like, how is this God able to do this?
Right. And why would anybody who's really God, do something like that?
Right.
Yeah. So Konis actually is scared for her and her dad, and she leads the crew to the docks through a town called Lovely Street. We're not giving out too many spoilers because we're just talking cash and
Right.
bits. But that's what's cool about the show, is that we can just, talk about it, see what you guys think of it out there. Did you have a favorite character?
Within Skypiea specifically,
Yeah.
I really like Nolan, but that's like,
It's kind of pre-Saga. It's like an arc before Saga, right? Because
yeah.
we learned that there's like arcs and sagas.
like, you learn a lot. You learn like a little more about Nolan later, and it's just like, oh, Nolan was actually really cool.
Yeah.
Like, Nolan was a really good guy. But if I had to choose like a specific, like, current time, like Skypiea specific character,
Yeah.
like at that moment, probably Wiper.
Okay.
I just think Wiper is.
I have that card. There you go. You get to have that card too. Jimmy, add it to your collection. He's like, why do I need another wiper? I have 100 of these.
Would you say it's accurate to describe sagas as being location based and arcs being character based?
For me, it's because One Piece's sagas are defined differently than other animes, and
Right.
like how their sagas. Because some sagas are like the arcs. You call them sagas, but in One Piece, the arcs are literally just like every single location. It's like location, like where they're at, like except like East Blue, because East Blue is like you're going over.
There's multiple
islands. It's like you're getting the gist of One Piece. Then Alabasta, it's like all taking place at Alabasta.
Yeah.
Then Skypiea, all taking place at Skypiea.
But the episodes sometimes are broken up even down. That's what I was saying. It'd be so cool to have a map of all of One Piece land, because even though Alabasta was like one country, one place, it had cities that they traveled, that had multiple little like moments that took up episodes that were all important because it led to the bits and pieces of describing what was going on there and with some of the characters. So much backstory all the time.
Right.
So not too much backstory really in the beginning of Skypiea. We're just at that moment where...
You kind of just learn, like... See, when I say beginning of Skypiea, I think of before they went and met Nolan's ancestor with the whole bar scene.
And I was like, okay, as soon as the knock-up stream came into place, that was Skypiea.
That was at Skypiea.
That was at Skypiea.
But, like, the whole... It had to... When there were rumors talked about the Sky Island is when I think Skypiea starts. But that's just me.
Okay. All right. And I'm like, it's only legendary until someone proves it's real. So I'm there. I was like, okay, let's take this right from the knock-up stream. Blackbeard actually shows up right before the knock-up stream too.
That's like one of the crazy theory moments I still have, is that Blackbeard scene right there.
What is your theory? So let's talk just for a second about theory.
For a second, so without giving any details on why this is a theory.
Okay.
I believe that Blackbeard has a Kraken devil fruit.
A Kraken devil fruit.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know what that is yet. Is it similar to...
Kraken,
if I was going to guess it, would it be like similar to like Kaido? Like beast-like?
It would be a Zoan type devil fruit power, yes.
Okay. Because I'm not there yet. I'm only at 750 now, guys. 750! And now I have to go back to Skypiea, but it's okay.
It's just like... Because it's like... Without giving like the small details that kind of spoil what Blackbeard has right now, I believe, because you know what a Kraken is, right? Obviously.
Yes, yeah.
It's like
I'm Greek.
Oh, so the stuff that
we
I
can
can't
take it all the way
say
back
is
to Clash of the Titans.
Obviously, the Kraken is like the big, well-known monster in pirate stories.
Okay.
And even throughout all of One Piece that I've seen, we still haven't seen a Kraken in One Piece.
Okay.
And
I've seen a Kraken in
Right.
Clash of the Titans. Are you familiar with that movie from way back a long time ago? You are, Devin, Clash of the Titans.
Never seen it.
So the Kraken comes out because it's called upon, it's a monster of the sea, but back then it was called upon for Andromeda, right? This princess, I think, or somebody who was being sacrificed on an altar, and the Kraken was coming, and she had to be saved. So that was a long time ago. If you guys have seen Clash of the Titans, give me a thumbs up.
Isn't there two different ones? There's an older one and a newer one?
I'm talking about the older one, guys. Clash of the Titans, like the one about Perseus and Pegasus. It's, you know, Zeus and all of that stuff.
I've seen the newer one. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm talking the older one. There's a Kraken, there's Andromeda. Okay, but getting off the topic of One Piece, but still on the topic, see all the parallelisms and conversations that can come about this. The crew is always getting separated too.
The state god guy sounds like Zeus a little bit.
It's an interesting character
Basically.
makeup.
Sounds like
Yeah.
he's trying to be Zeus.
He basically, yeah, that's basically him.
Yeah.
He has a whole ego too. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. And I think actor-wise, I think that the live-action fans are really, really hoping that Eminem plays that part. Come on, Eminem. We
He
really,
looks
really want
like
you.
Slim Shady.
Oh,
He
damn.
looks, everyone's
yes.
like, yo, Eminem, bro, please.
Please, yes. Like, there's no other character live out there that I can even think that can pull that off. Like, really seriously pull that off. And it's almost as though Oda has written some of these characters, like, with knowing that these people exist. We know that, you know, Django from way back is like Michael Jackson. He's done some really, really spin-offs on some musical characters. I mean, he definitely is musically influenced.
Right.
Mick Jagger. You know, I think personally that the Doctor, Korekiu, and I think I've mentioned this before, Koreka, you know, everybody wants Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh, you're talking. Oh.
Chopper, Doctor, Island, Drum Island. I think.
That was Koreha.
Koreha. It's Koreha.
So I think, yes, Jamie Lee Curtis, but I also think Madonna. Right?
I feel like you gotta like, I mean, yeah, Oda has the money for it, but like, I feel like you don't want to like get too many well-known actors to like kind of.
You want to spread them out a little bit? Like,
Well, it's more like you don't want it. You don't want it to take away from like the story. I'm like, oh my God, Madonna. It's more like I feel like he picks the perfect cast.
Yeah.
In terms of.
You definitely have.
Personality and.
Their passion. I know that their passion for being an anime lover of One Piece.
Right.
Too.
Like they're all One Piece fans.
Yeah.
So I think, like Jamie Lee Curtis, it was like very good choice.
Yeah, and right away too, because she has a bestie that's totally into One Piece as well, so that's kind of a cool thing. But you know,
Wait, is that a confirmed thing now?
I think
Is that a
so.
real thing?
yeah, I'm
I think
pretty
so.
sure.
Yeah.
Because remember a while back we talked.
A while
We've
back.
been talking about
A
it.
while back, there's like, yo, rumors, like, please, and then she sent, and then I think they finally confirmed it, like, a good, month or two ago.
All right.
Yeah. We still don't know what's happening with Chopper, or do we have a theory about Chopper? Is he going to be animated,
Dwayne
or are
"The
we
Rock"
going
Johnson.
live?
I have a photo on my phone where it's like Chopper like arm point, and then it's like a scene from one of his movies where he's just smoking the cigar, but they put like a hat on him and the blue nose on him, and I'm like,
I love it. That's awesome, Jimmy.
I just love the fact that I'm just like, yo, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is Chopper though, crazy.
So,
Or they might CGI it, maybe.
So if you had to dress up as a character, who would you go as?
Sanji.
Okay. And if you felt like I had to go as a character, which one do you think I should go as? Because I actually put this out there to some of the fans, and I got Nico Robin and Dr. Koreka.
You got the hair for Sanji if you dyed it blonde.
That's what I'm saying. Like for the people that know me, if I knew how to cook, I'd just be IRL Sanji. Like I remember going to like an outfit store and I got an outfit like for something important, and I'm like, man, I look just like Sanji, bro. And then I used to like straighten my hair to like do it, but then it's Florida, so it doesn't last that long. But anyways, for a character for you, I'd say someone like Makino.
Okay.
It's just like very
Simple.
very passionate, very
Tradition.
pure energy. And then like when you're just chilling with the homies, you know, you're just, you know, bartender that everybody knows that everyone's comfortable around.
All right, Makino. I love all these suggestions. If you guys have suggestions for us, put it in the comments. If you have anything you want to say about the beginning of Skypiea, let us know as well. And thank you again for subscribing. This is always such a great thing to talk about when we do these kinds of things. Like I said, I always put some notes and stuff together. We kind of go off notes, but we talk about enough things. When they get over to the docks, just to touch on a little bit more of Skypiea, when they get loaded over to the docks by Konis, she confesses to them when she gets there that she's kind of tricked them. What's interesting is Luffy wants to go on this giant gondola, right? He wants the gondola to be a ship, and instead they get this little crow. And the crew has basically been split up. An express lobster has come to take Nami, Chopper, and Zoro away to this sacred altar, and we're leaving off on that part. And then the other thing that happens is that Usopp, Sanji, and Luffy are now separate, and now instead of a gondola, they've got this little boat. Do you remember the name of the boat that they get instead?
I just know it was like a paddle boat. It looked like a paddle boat.
But it had a head on the front of it. What was it? Come on. Come on. It starts with a C. It's like a bird.
Oh, the crow's nest?
The crow! All
It's just called the crow?
Look at Jimmy gets another pack of Kabak cards. The crow! That's right. So they're on the crow. They're heading down this water canal. They're called Milky Canals. I'm just, throwing them around. From my treasure box, too. No, but this is fun, right? Because it does bring back memories for you, as it does probably to a lot of people who are watching these. I know there's a lot of videos out there that talk about the market, talk about the cards, talk about what decks they're running. We try to make this a little bit more, like I said, one piece of who we really are. Gives a little bit more of our personalities. There's so many other informational videos out there that it's just fun to have this kind of fun. And to get into and really dive into this is going to take like 1 million episodes because there's so much to talk about. So I guess Sanji and Luffy and who did I say was with them again? Usopp. They're on their way down this Milky Canal. And we're gonna leave off, and if you guys remember this moment, they see this giant head after they've just gone through some booby traps, you know, trying to get to Upper Yard, get to their friends, to the sacred altar. And as they're coming up on this giant statue head that's in the distance, there are 4 different options that they can take.
Right.
Do you remember what the names of those 4 different options were? Because it's so cool the way the writing has been done. Oda's such a genius.
Yeah, it's just...
It's so challenging on a philosophical choice-making, life-based decision-making moment in everybody's lives. Like, do you take this door? Do you go down this road? Do you take this option? I think that's what they were called, options. There were 4 options. So stay tuned for that next episode. Do you remember what the options were?
I really don't.
Okay, so more to come, I guess, with that episode. So guys, thanks again for being here with me, and we hope that you're enjoying the channel. Like I said, we'll talk some more Skypiea next time, and I think we want to do some stuff on theories.
Just like some small theories, like nothing too spoilery. That's the thing, like theories.
What do you do?
That's the thing, I don't know, because with theories, it's like with all the info you have. So like trying to find theories that it's just like face value, like you make this theory at the start and then nothing new has come up to where like
but
to
now
change
you have so much more information than I have.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm trying to find theories that are sort of like, it's like equal footing.
Yeah.
But there's very few. Like the whole Blackbeard thing, it's just like, you can make that, there's just a little info that you don't know.
Uh-huh.
You know it, but...
I know some stuff, but not...
Past Skypiea, no one knows.
Okay.
And then there's like one more that has to do with a Nell that
all right.
I can get into.
We could probably do like episodes where we're like, okay, theory number 1. Who is Monkey D. Luffy's mom? Who do you think it is? Who do you think it is? Who do you think it is? I'll tell you who I think it is. Stay tuned, guys. One Piece, one love, One Piece.